Autoimmune disorders are medical conditions that occur when the body's immune system mistakenly attacks healthy tissues. This misdirected immune response can lead to inflammation and damage to various body parts, potentially making it difficult or even impossible to continue working. If this happens to you, you may need to rely on long term disability benefits for financial stability while you cannot work. Hi, I'm Leah Small. I'm managing attorney here at Chisholm and Kilpatrick, a leading public interest law firm based in Providence, Rhode Island. Joining me today is Emma Peterson, a partner here at CCK Law. Today, we'll be discussing autoimmune disorders and how they qualify a person for LTD benefits. But first, be sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more long-term disability content.
You explained in the opening what an autoimmune disorder is generally. What are some examples of autoimmune disorders?
So some common examples of autoimmune disorders is rheumatoid arthritis or RA, lupus, multiple sclerosis or MS, type 1 diabetes, Crohn's disease, and others. However, it's always important to keep in mind that it isn't the condition itself that's going to qualify a person for long-term disability. It's how that condition impacts a person's function and whether that level of impairment meets the definition of disability in their policy.
So it's less what condition you have and more how the symptoms interfere with your ability to perform your work tasks. In that case, can you list some common symptoms that might impact a person's ability to work?
Every autoimmune disorder has its own symptoms, but there are some relatively common examples that you'll see across conditions. These can include fatigue, joint pain and swelling, muscle aches, fever, skin issues such as rashes, digestive problems, swollen glands, numbness and tingling, especially in the hands and feet, hair loss, as well as difficulty concentrating or what we call brain fog oftentimes. As is evident, many of these symptoms can make working impossible.
So, what are some challenges that claimants with an autoimmune disorder may face when filing for long term disability benefits?
So, a big issue people with autoimmune disorders face is their variable or fluctuating symptoms. This can make it challenging to provide consistent medical evidence or demonstrate that their disability is continuous when submitting proof of their claim to the insurance company. Additionally, subjective evidence can be a problem with these claims. Many autoimmune disorder claims rely on subjective symptoms like pain or fatigue. And unfortunately, the insurance company may use the fact that they're subjective to downplay the seriousness of them or their impact on the claimant's function. Additionally, there can be insufficient medical evidence in some of these claims based on autoimmune disorders due to a lack of diagnostic medical tests to document the condition. Additionally, some other issues claimants may face when filing LTD claims based on autoimmune disorders is surveillance, where the insurance company will monitor you either in person or online and look for evidence that your activity is inconsistent with your reported disability. The insurance company may also send claimant for what they call an independent medical exam, where they have you examined by a doctor they hired to determine your level of impairment.
So, with that in mind, what are some tips you can offer individuals with autoimmune disorders that could strengthen their LTD claims?
So it's important for claimants to obtain comprehensive medical documentation. So this can include regularly visiting their doctors and receiving treatment, as well as visiting specialists who can provide further documentation and reports in support of a claim. It's also important for claimants to explain their symptoms in detail and how they impact their function on a day-to-day basis to their doctors to help make sure there's strong documentation in their medical records. Claimants with autoimmune disorders can also consider keeping a symptom journal to document when their symptoms occur, how frequently, how long they last, and how they impacted them when they do occur. Additionally, claimants can consider working with outside experts to obtain corroborating evidence on top of their medical records if necessary, such as functional capacity evaluations or vocational evaluations. And as always, claimants can seek legal help, especially if the insurance company has denied their claim for LTD benefits.
Thanks, Leah. If you are suffering from an autoimmune disorder and cannot work, then you may be entitled to long term disability benefits. Reach out to CCK Law at any time for a free case evaluation. A member of our team will analyze your case and see if we can help. Remember to like this video if you found it helpful and subscribe to our channel for more LTD content. Take care.